It's actually crazy to me that something as niche as a short comedy Western film can be doing this well on YouTube. What's up guys, it's Joel here. I think we all know as filmmakers and content creators how hard it is to actually get your content seen on YouTube. Now recently, one of my short films on my channel ran into some success. It got over 200,000 views, which for some of you I know is probably not a lot of views, but for me, it's by far the most viewed video on my channel. And it's actually even more special because it's one of my short films, you know, it's one of my passion projects. It's a bit different when you put, I think, so much effort into a project when you get those results online. You know, you're not expecting anyone to watch it, and then all of a sudden you start ranking and it can really pop off. So in today's video, I thought I would break down what I did to achieve success with my film, and more importantly, what you guys can be doing to set your films up for success as well. I also want to pre-frame that just because you follow these steps doesn't mean you're guaranteed to get seen on YouTube. It depends on a lot of things like the algorithm. I certainly have other films on this channel which are not doing so well. Really need to stay consistent with your uploading. The more content you have, the better you're going to do on YouTube. But let's see how you can set up your film for success. I'll also be giving some bonus tips at the end of the video, so make sure you stick around. So we're on the YouTube screen here. So we've got an ad first, then a really cool film, actually The Gunfighter, which is narrated by Nick Offerman. And then you've got my little film, which is quite cool to be ranked under such a big film with over 5 million views. All I've typed in is Western short film, currently ranking for that search term. You can see on the right side here, we've got the vidIQ panels. I don't know how much the vidIQ score benefits you. I've only got a 45 rating, you know, we've got 49 on volume, and we've got a highly competitive keywords here, and I've still managed to rank for this video at the moment. I should also mention on this page, you can see how important the thumbnail of your film actually is. The thumbnail needs to be really striking. The reason I've gotten as many views as I have would have been from other films like The Gunfighter. So people are being suggested my film, and when they're suggested, they get this really cool close-up of one of the main characters, which looks very on brand for Western films. We'll jump into edit video so you can see behind the scenes. The title, I've actually put the keywords in the title. So comedy, Western, short film. It says what it is and then says the title of the film. If I had just put the title of the film, Two Guns and a Funeral, no one would know what that is. I don't think I would have got nearly as many views. I might have got a little bit more because the thumbnail is quite striking. You know, you really need to know what you're going to watch. In the description, more of the same keywords, which is really important for any video, not just short films. Classic Western short film with a light-hearted comedy twist. Just added a little bit more detail in the description. And I've also linked another video straight away, which we'll talk about in a sec. A little bit of a blurb about the video. So Bullock and Cassidy are two somewhat simple-minded outlaws that quickly realize something is very wrong at the funeral of their gang leader. We've got who's involved with the film, a little bit more info about it, where it was filmed. It was filmed down in New Zealand. We've also got all my socials there as well. So I definitely recommend, you know, including the keywords that you want to target for your film. Also a short blurb about the film in the description, who is involved, where it was filmed, and where can people find you and reach out to you. The thumbnail, actually for this one, you know, it's interesting. A lot of YouTube videos you see text on the thumbnails, you know, unless you're putting the movie title. No one really cares what your movie title is, to be honest. I know no one cared about my movie title. I would really just put like one of the best frames you could find on the film. For me, this was, you know, a big closer-up. You can even see the sweat running down the character's face. So what we can see here is the tags. If we scroll down, vidIQ is giving a lot of these tags scores as well. So comedy, Western, short film, it's actually the only one we're ranking for in search terms, which is interesting. There are a lot of keywords here with scores. We're 450 out of 500, so we really want to fill those up as much as we can. Under categories, I've put us in film and animations, and I've turned comments on. So that's just a breakdown of the video details page. We've got a lot of tags in here: Western, Wild West, cowboys, funny short films, comedy, funny short films 2020, comedy movies, Wild West music. You know, you want to try and use as many different variations as you can. These days you can use a tool like ChatGPT that gives really great descriptions and tags, all for free. Then if we jump into the analytics as well of the video, you can see the lifetime views is jumped up to, we're at 230k views now. It's actually earned me 500 more subscribers onto my channel, and also at the time I was a YouTube partner, so it earned me some ad revenue as well. What's really interesting is on the right we can see in real time in the last 2 days how people have been finding the video. The video has been watched 240 times in the last 48 hours. We've been found 64% of the time through browse features. YouTube search 18% of the time, so that's that keyword. Is important, but it's not the most important. Browse features is more recommending us based on how well the video is doing, and suggested videos as well is just another place on the YouTube page. It will be suggesting the content. External is very low, so people are mainly just being recommended this video through YouTube. You can tell that it's doing well because the average view percentage is 55%. Anything over 40% for something like a 6-minute video is going to be doing really well. Or if they're really into it, they're watching the whole way through, but you can kind of see it really drop off towards the end. No one's watching the credits, no one cares. So, you know, I probably didn't even need to include the credits. Just, you know, really need to get straight into the film, have a great hook, and people will watch through. This is actually how many people YouTube has shown my short film, my little short film filmed in New Zealand too. It's shown it to over 2 million people, which is like out of this world. A number of years ago, when this film actually did get into a film festival, it was watched by a crowd of 10,000, which I thought was like absolutely insane at the time. It's mind-blowing how many people 200,000 is, let alone 2 million having the opportunity to see it. You know, as with anything, click-through rate's important, 8.2%. This is actually a great click-through rate for YouTube. I think anything above 5 is considered really good. A lot of the people that this gets shown to, they're being bombarded all over the screen, and so some of them might like the thumbnail, they might like the title, the hook, and you're able to catch them in. It's really like a funnel process. It's gonna funnel down those views to the video, and there we go. We can see the actual funnel as well. 84% of viewers is from YouTube recommending my content. So thanks YouTube. Views for impressions, 179,000 views have come. Another one to point out, which will be really helpful for you guys, is YouTube search terms. With this particular short film, Western short film is the proportion of the total traffic going to Western short film, how people are finding the video. So that's actually a key search term that we're ranking for. People are coming through other search terms. The Gunfighter, which is the other film we saw. Other short films are recommending my film now. So when you get enough views and YouTube starts to realize that your film is doing well, The Dentist, Western short film, 20% of all my views have come from there since published. The Gunfighter, slightly less. A Shot in the Dark, 2019 film. The Gunfighter, best short film ever. Someone's maybe uploaded it again. People that are watching this are interested in Western films. Also, there's a lot of lessons to be learned about YouTube, how it works, how it recommends to people just from this one video. So if we hop over to engagement, again, you can see people are fairly engaged, 3.5 minutes. Then we've got more demographics on the audience as well. Even though this was uploaded a number of years ago, it actually really started to pop off after COVID in 2023. Don't get disheartened if you don't get views straight away. It might be a year or two before that video pops off and gets some views. So you just need to keep uploading and keep making more content. What a surprise, 98.5% of my Western film viewers are male. It's kind of interesting to see where people are coming from and how they're finding your film. 99.9% of people are not subscribed to my channel, which is amazing outreach for the channel. The geography, most of my audience is from the States, which is not surprising considering the subject matter. You might find something very different with your short films depending on the content that you're making. And as I said guys, just lastly, don't get disheartened if your film doesn't get seen straight away. Other films on YouTube will be the way that you get recommended. I know the Gunfighter here is recommending my film a lot. In the end, really make sure that you've got a great cinematic thumbnail and that your title is catchy, and the rest, leave it up to YouTube. So if I had any bonus tips to give for this project, I would say on YouTube, you really need to capitalize on your success. If you have a film or a video that's doing well on YouTube, don't make the same mistake I did and wait for ages to make content about that film or that video. About 6 months after the video started showing traction, I had my short film and I created another video titled How to Make a Western Film for Under $1,000. This video didn't do quite as well, but what it did do is it started to gain a few views from the main film because it was related. What it was doing was it was keeping people on my channel that had watched the Two Guns and a Funeral film to try and relate your videos to each other. While niche channels do well, and it is great to have a channel that focuses on one thing, that doesn't work for everyone. For me, it doesn't work because I have so many different interests. A filmmaker, I'm a creative, I love traveling, and also recently, you'll see on my channel, I've gotten more into remote working. Look at your YouTube studio. If you're putting the time into making content, and especially if that content is a film, definitely make some more content around that film. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you haven't seen it already, I'll leave the link to the short film, Two Guns and a Funeral, in the description box below. I'll see you in the next one.